Ilhan Omar apparently has a net worth upwards of $30 million, somewhere between $60 and $30 million. And get this, it's because of companies run and owned by her husband, who in 2023 had a net worth of $51,000. In 1 year, that $51,000 grew from $6 to $30 million.
Ilhan Omar, talking about the Constitution provides me. She comes from a country that's not a country. And she's telling us how to run America. Not going to get away with it much longer, let me tell you.
Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. But we're going to get to Ilhan Omar because I want you guys, I told you at the beginning of the show that we're going to talk about that fool getting in trouble. But I need Trump to set it up for me. Ilhan Omar is a nut. And I cannot wait for these people to go to jail. They're defrauding the government, they hate America, and they're doing other things that are untoward, in my personal opinion. I don't know them to be true. I think an investigation will reveal that they're doing something crazy. Donald Trump, set it up for me.
The situation in Minnesota reminds us that the West cannot mass import foreign cultures, which have failed to ever build a successful society of their own. I mean, we're taking people from Somalia, and Somalia is a failed, it's not a nation. Got no government, got no police, got no military, got no nothing. And then we have this fake congressperson who they just reported is worth $30 million. You believe this? Ilhan Omar, talking about the Constitution provides me. She comes from a country that's not a country. And she's telling us how to run America. Not going to get away with it much longer, let me tell you.
Why does he say she's not going to get away with it much longer? I'm going to show you why. Give me Exhibit A. Let me be real with you for a second. I know what it feels like to look at your bank account and wonder how are the bills winning every single month. Same system, same bank, fees stacking up, interest piling on, and the calls never stop. That's exactly why I want to tell you guys about PDS debt. If you're dealing with credit card debt, personal loans, or medical bills, PDS debt doesn't just run numbers. They actually take time to understand your situation and build a personalized plan to help you get out of debt faster and keep more money in your pocket. There's no minimum credit score required. This is about getting a fresh start, not being judged. And they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have thousands of 5-star Google reviews and a 5-star Trustpilot rating. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because PDS debt has helped hundreds of thousands of people take control. Every month that you wait costs you more in interest and fees. The best time to start was actually yesterday. The second best time is right now. If I needed help getting out of debt, this is exactly what I use. Don't wait another month. Take back control in just 30 seconds. Get your free personalized assessment at pdsdebt.com/Tatum. That's pdsdebt.com/Tatum. pdsdebt.com/Tatum.
Ilhan Omar, talking about the Constitution provides me. She comes from a country that's not a country. And she's telling us how to run America. Not going to get away with it much longer, let me tell you.
Why does he say she's not going to get away with it much longer? I'm going to show you why. Give me Exhibit A. Roll the clip A.
Ilhan Omar under investigation after racking up millions while she was in Congress. Senior national correspondent Kevin Corke has it. What's up, Kevin?
Good to see you, my friend. What's the old saying? Follow the money? Well, that's precise.
Kevin, I love you, Kevin. Kevin looks like a mechanical person. It looked like they created a person and they made a black man or a white man with a black face, and they gave him a white voice, and his face looked the same for the last 40 years. Like, I ain't never in my life met a person that his edge up is sharp every day. His makeup is on point every day. His suit is the same. That guy haven't changed. I think he's 95, and he looks just like that. I'm just kidding, Kevin. I love you, man. Roll the clip.
Follow the money? Well, that's precisely what the House Oversight Committee is doing. They are probing squad member Ilhan Omar's skyrocketing family wealth, Jesse, especially in the wake of that $9 billion, some would argue $19 billion, Somali social services fraud scandal that exploded in her district in Minnesota. The oversight chair, James Comer, says his team's lawyers are exploring the extraordinary step of subpoenaing Omar's spouse over his curious business practices. Republicans want to know how the Somali-born Omar and her politically connected husband, Tim Minette, went from being nearly broke to being worth around $30 million in just a year, according to her 2024 disclosure forms. Quoting Comer now, there are a lot of questions as to how her husband accumulated so much wealth over the past 2 years. It's not possible. It's not. And he's a money guy. Minette and his partner, Will Haler, back in 2022, formed an investment firm, Jesse, named Rose Lake Capital. They had $42 in their bank account at the time, but in a year, up to $25 million, according to Omar's filing. By the way, he also has a wine business that went from next to nothing to millions on its books. Not surprisingly, associates were so perplexed about the irregularities, they brought information and attention to the feds to, look into it. Now, for her part, the Congresswoman has repeatedly, and I say defiantly, denied any wrongdoing while being also careful to criticize the ongoing probe. But, sometimes they say, Jesse, the ones who yell the loudest have the most to hide.
Well, innocent until proven guilty. I'm sure everything was perfectly legal. We're just checking to find out. Kevin, good to see you.
Now, let me say this. People can do very well, right? In my opinion, Verdict will be a multi-million-dollar company in a few years, $1 billion company in about 3 to 5 years. But that's 3 to 5 years. I'm a front-facing person who has millions of people that follow me. And a lot of people would love to try the products that I make because I have integrity and all other stuff. So, and we have over like almost 200,000 customers on the store that have already had products from me and have good reviews, know we do it the right way, all of the above. So if that happens, or when that happens over the course of several years, and I'm a staunch capitalist and I love America, that would make sense. But how do you, as a communist, socialist enthusiast, cry about the wealthy, and you are now in 1 year worth $30 million? You went from broke to $30 million. Like, he should have a clinic on how your wife is a communist doing nothing and you worth $30 million in 1 year. That's crazy. Now, Aaron Wexler, one of my really, really good friends, y'all need to go check out our merch too. I don't know if it's Wexler's store. I don't know. We actually do her store. So I forget the name of her store. We'll put the link in the description section. She got a whole bunch of cool merch on there, and she's one of my favorites. And not just because she's a Jew. It's because she's good at what she does. And she's a comedian. I just love to give her a shout out. She's one of our favorite people. But Aaron did a video explaining Ilhan Omar's controversial wealth creation. Well, her husband's, who's a white man, wrote a clip.
How did Ilhan Omar make $30 million in 1 year when her congressional salary is $174,000? This seems very likely connected to the massive Somali fraud ring that was just exposed in her district in Minnesota. It turns out her husband, Tim Minette, has a company called Rose Lake Capital, a venture capital management firm. Its reported value in 2023 was $0. Ilhan Omar's net worth was actually in the negative, and somehow the reported value of that firm has now gone to between $5 and $25 million. And she has the pricey fashion items to show for it now. She also has multiple connections with people tied to this massive Somali fraud ring, including a video of her dishing out food at a restaurant that's at the heart of the scandal. Because, oh yes, it wasn't only learning centers being used to pocket money.
Quality Learning Center is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong.
There were also restaurants claiming to serve millions of meals to children without any verification. I would also just like to add, as a side note, that Ilhan Omar is currently on her third husband, whom she had an affair with when he was working on her campaign, and she was paying his consulting firm millions of dollars while cheating on her second husband. Not the brother. That was the first one. This was the second one. But, I guess once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah, I'll cheater on people and cheater on cheating the government. Here's another perspective from it from Fox News, Will Cain, which I love Will Cain. I want y'all to hear his perspective as well. Just a minute clip, and then we're gonna move on to Pam Grier, who's a complete idiot, and we're gonna have the little girl that I was so happy I posted her, the little black girl that does tennis. No, what she do? It's tennis, right? And you know black people don't do tennis. Now, she did tennis. I was excited for Black Power, right? She said something right, and I said, you know what? I love when black people got common sense. And this girl gets on here and say the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But we'll get to that in 1 minute. I want y'all to hear what Will Cain has to say, then we're going to jump over to the Ver and to that girl that's playing tennis complaining about being black in America. Roll the clip.
Let me give you the perfect example. How about Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar? In February of this year, she shot down claims that she's actually a millionaire. She wrote, "My salary is $174,000 before taxes. I don't have stock or own a home. And I'm still paying off my student debt." So if you're going to lie on something that is public, maybe try checking my financial statements, and you will see I barely have thousands, let alone millions. Well, people have checked the public records now. Ilhan Omar apparently has a net worth upwards of $30 million, somewhere between $60 and $30 million. And get this, it's because of companies run and owned by her husband, who in 2023 had a net worth of $51,000. In 1 year, that $51,000 grew from $6 to $30 million. 3,500% growth in 1 year. What a good communist. It's always equality for you, elitism for those in power.
100%. And I bet you my life on it that they got a law firm, her CPA, her bookkeepers for her husband's companies are making sure they pay the lowest amount of taxes humanly possible. I can almost put my life on that. And they're out here telling you wealthy people are evil. And this is what they do. They're the front-facing person. I'm not worth anything. I only have this. I only have this. Marjorie Taylor Greene did the same thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she came into Congress, according to documents or documentation, allegedly, I'll say allegedly, because it could be inaccurate to some degree. She haven't denied it, to be honest. She was worth $700,000 when she came into Congress, and then she's worth like 30-some million now. Like, how are you guys making that much money working as a public servant? How are you generating that much wealth? That's like a pastor. A guy opened a church and they ain't worth $30 million. You're like, wait a minute, bro. You a pastor. You're supposed to be, how do you gain money from donations that come into the church as tithes and offering? How in the world did you boss up like that? The question is, could you boss up if you wasn't a pastor? Could you boss up if you wasn't a representative? I wonder.